Hey guys, welcome back to another Titus Dioramas action figure review, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the Disney's Gargoyles Armored Xanatos by Neca. So let's get to it. First off, let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging that this figure comes in. You can see some really nice artwork on the front. Nice product shot of the figure inside. Again, more product shots, different ways you can pose, and all the other figures that are in this particular line so far. Great product shot here as well. And then when we open it up, you can see the figure, another great product shot over here. So with that stated, guys, let's go ahead and get Xanatos out of the packaging. Okay guys, before we take him completely out of the packaging, I just wanted to show off how he does compact in that box. So the main figure, the Xanatos head with the tail, the arm guns, and the flame effects come in the first panel, and then there is a second panel which slides out to the back, and that has the wings and the additional hands. So very smart packaging. I do have some scuffs on my wings, and I have seen other people report the wings on the normal Steel Clan having scuffs as well right out of the package. Anyway guys, let's get it all put together and see what it looks like. Alright guys, so here is Xanatos, or Armored Xanatos, out of the packaging. I do want to apologize. I did at the beginning of this video have a different background. I've since misplaced that background, so I'm using my older white background for the remainder of this particular video, just in case anybody was like, what's going on? Anyway, like I was saying, this is Armored Xanatos out of the packaging, and as you can see, he does come with quite a few accessories, so we're going to take a quick look at those first, and then we'll take a look at the figure. So he gets the two wings. They're massive wings, of course the tail. He comes with 4 different sets of hands, the really wide open hands, the more shallower hands, and then he has 2 fist hands, one with a kind of a grip that you can put a gun or something in, and then the fully closed fist as well. And these are all really sculpted well. I like the way they turned out. The wings themselves have turned out really well, and I love the sheen that's in there. Again, I have scratches and scuffs right out of the packaging, which sucks, but I mean that's kind of expected due to the type of paint and material that they're using with that. The unmasked head, which has a separate piece that goes around the neck. So I guess you could put him in just like this without that piece in there, or you can put this on to kind of show like he's got his helmet off. And he gets the 2 arm blasters, and they basically just peg on up here, so you pop off these 2 side pieces and pop them in. And of course he has his fire effects to show that he's in the air, and those peg onto the back of him. I'll show you that here in a second. The only thing I kind of wish that he came with, or that all of them came with, is like a flight stand. That would have been great for that. He is a bit tricky to stand without the tail, because he wants to fall forward. I did get him to stand with the tail, without the tail on. I suspect once I put the wings on, he's going to be a bit top heavy, so I'll have to position the legs a bit. So let's go ahead and get the accessories on. I'm going to take a better look. And just to point out, the 2 smaller ones, flames, go on his feet. They just peg in, and the bigger one goes in the back here, and it does go in a specific way. It's got a flatter end to go in there. Again, I wish he kind of came with a flight stand, so you can make it look like he's actually flying. which would have been easier, but it is what it is. Alright guys, so here he is with the wings and the tail attached. Out of all the gargoyle figures I've had, these were the easiest wings to put on. But I do have some gripes with them. The tail was really easy to put on. I do like the fact that they all have bendy wire tails, so you can move it around. It definitely gives you the ability to make a better stand for them so they can stand, because you get that tripod feel out of it. The big gripe I have with these wings is mainly here. They're hooked together, the upper parts are hooked together with these little rivets. And when you're putting these onto the back, now it's not hard to clip them in. They're not as hard as some of the other gargoyles. But boy, is it scary when you're trying to peg that in and this flimsy little arm is moving everywhere, because you're afraid you're going to snap this. If you're going to be displaying him without the wings on, make sure you wrap these guys up really nice so they don't get damaged, they don't get broken with that. Overall, the sculpt on this guy is really, really well done. There's plenty of details here that you can see. They've done all the black lining in the armor. They have all the sculpting in here. Looks really great. I like the plate look. And it definitely does look like a human inside of a robotic body. The shoulder pads do go up and down, so you do have quite the range in the shoulders. Now mine again are a little tight because I just took it out of the packaging, and they only go up about that far, but they even have done sculpting here underneath, which is cool, and it does allow you to keep that in there so you can move that around as needed. The shoulders are upper bicep swivel. You do have double jointed elbows that give you quite a range. From the back it looks quite weird, but really you're not going to see that because you're going to be posing them mainly facing frontwards. The head has a lot of movement in there, and the hair really doesn't get in the way. I wish they had kind of done that with the gargoyles, making the hair not as solid or as hard as a sculpt. The hips and the torso here have a lot of movement, almost too much movement in here. He can kick forward quite far. He does have a peg hole if you want to put a stand underneath him. He kicks quite far back, and he does go out quite far as well. Quite a lot range of movement, and he does turn up there at the top. The knees are double jointed as well, and they have quite the range. Mine's a little stuck on the top, but you can see that he does have quite the range there. And of course you also have the movement up here and at the foot, which is also ratchet as well. So you've got quite a lot of movement that you can use there in order to get him posed with the other figures from this line. I'm not going to go forward with moving or replacing the hands or the head or anything like that, but it's pretty easy to do. You just pop them out, pop them back in. They're all on these little pegs. And the head, I haven't done it myself, and I'm probably just going to display them this way for now. But you just pull up on this. This head comes off the peg, and then you slide this head onto that peg. And then you can have Xanatos looking at it that way. Anyway guys, I hope that you liked this video. If you did, click on the like button. If you're not already subscribed, click on that subscription button. And as always guys, stay nerdy.